Hi, everyone. My name is Lorne Plant. I want to welcome you to this week's Hangtime High School Chalk Talk. My opportunity to chat with one of the head boys basketball coaches here in the great state of Michigan. This conversation is proudly presented and sponsored by our friends at BCAM, the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. Now, today we're chatting with the head man at Saline High School, Mike Marek. Coach, I know you haven't been feeling the greatest, but we appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate being a part of this show.
All right, so you were hired to take on the Saline head coaching program in 2021, and I read that you called it a dream job for you. Why?
You know, it's I've kind of been climbing the coaching ladder, so to speak, trying to get to a place like Saline, and I found my home, so to speak. It's been a long time coming. Been doing this for 12 years now, and I'm very happy to be at Saline. I was number one in academics, and they were number one in athletics a couple years ago when
right.
I came out when I applied for this job.
Right.
So there's, in my opinion, there's no better place to be, and I'm very blessed to be the head of this program.
Yeah, it's a great community, still growing, and lots of great resources, and obviously lots of students. Which means lots of athletes. So that's always on the positive side. So we can get to know you. Talk about where you grew up and your relationship with the game of basketball, including high school.
Sure. Yeah. You know, I fell in love with the game playing in the CYO. I played at St. John Newman Catholic School, where my dad coached me from 3rd through 8th grade. Fell in love with the game. Went on to play at Salem High School for Bob Brody. Who actually I coached against Bob Brody and Ryan Nimmerguth our first game of the year, so it came full circle this year. And then shortly after that, when I was about 21, so 13, 14 years ago now, I got into coaching at St. John Newman where I played. And then I did that for 4 years, and from there I just kind of been climbing my way up the coaching ladder, so to speak. And I'm blessed, very blessed to be at Saline now. Did
you play in college?
I did not play college basketball. No, okay. They didn't want a lot of 5'7" guards. Although I was scrappy and I play hard, and I still get in practice and show the kids I can play a little bit. Although right. my win isn't what it used to be. So.
No, I hear you. Now, as a coach, I know that you moved around a little bit. Jewish Academy for a couple of years, Canton Prep this season, or one season at Waterford Kettering, and you got the gig at Saline, right?
Yes, I did. And, that was never the plan to do, one and dones. And that broke my heart doing that to the kids. I loved the kids at every stop I was at. But just the opportunity, another door opened and it presented itself. And it just made sense for myself and my family. But I'm very confident to say that I plan to be at Saline for a very long time.
Right, exactly. I wasn't going down that thread, but I hear what you're saying. But I'm curious, because obviously this is a segment that's sponsored by BCAM. Was BCAM a great help and a resource for you as you were establishing your footing at the Michigan high school level?
Yeah, absolutely. BCAM has been great. I believe it's the biggest coaching association in all of the United States, which is awesome. And being able to, being in so many different leagues now, I've been in the Catholic League, the LVC, and then the Charter League, and now part of the SEC Red. I've been able to connect with a ton of coaches, and BCAM's been a great resource, and Dan Young does a great job with BCAM, and very happy to be a part of the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan.
So what would you say is your style of coaching, your philosophy on the court? When we see a Coach Marek team, what is the opposition going to have to deal with?
Sure. Well, I want them to deal with a well-disciplined team, a team that's going to do the little things. And that's kind of what I've been preaching to our guys, especially as of late, is let's do the little things. Let's worry about ourselves, not so much what the opponent does. Worry about what we can do. And if we can do certain things to the best of our ability, then no matter what the score is, we're winners at the end of that game.
Now, let's talk briefly about the 2022-2023 version of the Hornets. You guys got to the district semifinals a year ago, lost to a Belleville team that advanced all the way to the state semifinals. So no shame in that. You compete again. You just referenced it. It's really one of the toughest divisions historically, the Southeastern Conference Red Division. Ann Arbor Huron, Pioneer, Ann Arbor Skyline, they can be a juggernaut depending on what season it is. Huron were state finalists just a couple of years ago. how has the season gone thus far? And please give some shout-outs to your team leaders. And I want you to start with the freshman phenom. Yeah, I said it, Jonathan Sanderson.
Yeah, I heard, I think it was TJ Kelly referred to him, or maybe it was Scott Bernstein referred to him as Johnny Buckets.
That's right, Johnny Buckets.
On your show. That was a good one. But he's man, he does not play like a freshman. And,
right.
He's unbelievable. He leads, too. He's not your typical freshman. The upperclassmen, they respect him, and they listen to what he has to say. And he's just a special talent. He's only a freshman. I can't wait to see what he's going to be in a couple of years. He loves the game. He works so hard at it. Even on off days, he's getting shots up. I'd say, hey, rest. He's still getting shots up. But he's definitely the leader. The point guard runs the show for us. And then a couple other guys. Dylan Messman, who's a Division I tight end, has been every time you go on Twitter, he has another offer from a Division I football program. And he's really come on the last few games, especially. He had 23 a couple nights ago, and then 20 the other night. So he's a force, and he can step out and shoot the three ball as well, which means you can't just guard him in the post. You have to chase him out to the three-point line as well. And then I got a couple good wing players in Zach Feitage and Harrison Rogers, very capable scorers, and can shoot the three ball, but also can attack off the bounce. And then kind of our unsung hero, last but not least, is Garrett Baldwin. He's our defensive specialist and makes the right pass. He would be happy if he had 5 steals and 10 assists and no points, and that's rare. But those are our 5 starters, and we kind of been rolling with those guys. And as far as the season's going, we were 3-3 at one point, and we kind of had a talk between the team, and I kind of led that talk, of course, and just trying to get back to basics, trying to get back to ourselves. And our New Year's resolution, so to speak, was to take care of ourselves and to do things to the best of our ability. And we've been doing those things, and now we're rolling on a 6-game win streak.
Wow. What are some of the big matchups you have coming up in the next couple of weeks you're looking forward to?
Yeah, our next 3 games are going to determine where we finish in the league. We have Bedford, Huron, and Skyline. And along with us, those are the top 4 teams in the league as far as records go right now. So these next 3 games are very important. Of course, it's one game at a time, and we had a snow day yesterday, so I'm chomping at the bit to get to practice to start preparing for Bedford tomorrow. But these 3 games we're chomping at the bit to play, and we lost to Huron and Skyline early in the season. And we were 1-2 to start the year, and we've won 8 out of the last 9 since then. But I think we're a different team now, and I think the players would agree with that. That we've kind of come full circle now. We were so young and inexperienced.
Right.
We only have 3 seniors.
Oh wow.
So now that experience of playing a tough non-conference schedule too has really paid off, and I like where we're at.
Yeah, this is always the point in the season where, again, everything that you've learned, everything you've been through starts to pay off, or it goes the other way in some cases. So, well, congratulations. Good luck. Let's see if you can keep that going. And, can you talk a little bit about, as we finish up here again with reference to BCAM, what you value the most in being a member?
Yeah, just the resources and, being able to reach out to other coaches, especially when I was a young varsity head coach at Franklin Academy. I relied on Dan Young a lot, and he's been like an angel in my corner. I'll tell you, he's a great guy. He's really helped me along the way, and I can't thank him enough. And but yeah, there's just so many resources at BCAM, and the coaches clinic they put on every year. I've learned a ton being a part of this community, and I'm still learning. I'm not done learning yet, so I'm gonna keep going until I'm gray and old. I hope that's the plan.
That's right. Hey, that's a great plan, and we'll be here to cover it, man. So thanks again. BCAM's all about one team. They're urging schools to have events that celebrate both teams in the spirit of unity. Go to bcam.org for details. You want to nominate a Coach of the Week? Simply visit bcam.org as well. Coach Marek, thank you so much for the conversation. Good luck the rest of this season. I know you had a big win over Chelsea. That was a big one, and we're looking forward to covering more.
Well, hey, really appreciate it. Thank you for everything you do to cover Prep Hoops. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Right on. All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks.